Hey guys, those who are clicking this video, this is part 2 of 2 for Loki. So please make sure to click the link down below to make sure to watch part 1 over on her channel. The link will be down below. Make sure you watch part 1, then come back and watch part 2. Again, the link will be down below. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. Enjoy.
History, you get that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we're gonna start with very small disturbances.
Very small.
Can you make bird noises?
Bird noises.
He's doing anything. He's trying to do anything just to see if it'll mess up the timeline. But imagine seeing this. Oh my God. Is anything about to change?
I don't think so.
I don't believe it.
He's right.
Variance energy, no branching.
Yeah.
I would hide.
Bro, you need to move.
Yeah, let's get going.
There's an ambush in our soldiers and hiding out in Doomsday to cover.
He's onto something. I have a theory though. After this,
Okay.
because he literally retconned the whole thing, the whole theory about how time works in Avengers
By the
Endgame.
way,
Okay, we need to get this man a jet ski.
Showing up on a jet ski.
so why read about them?
You just go ride a jet ski during the apocalypse. It's fine.
Helps remove. Frost giants, listen to
It's not the
yourself.
same.
It's kind of ridiculous.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Nothing makes any sense, so we try.
How does it all end?
That's a work in progress.
Oh, those lazy timekeepers. What are they waiting for?
All right.
Okay. Does to you.
You know, you called me a scared little boy.
I called you a lot of things.
You did. And no one good.
That's a good point.
Scared little boy.
The boy from the church?
You're very
Maybe.
The boy from the church, perhaps?
Maybe.
I know I'm clever.
left something behind. You have candy on Asgard? Oh, you're so bitter. Okay, Louis was only sold regionally on Earth. May the best man win. Go.
For pride.
But this is how you get Loki to work.
2048. Alabama 2050. You're gonna take my job if I'm not careful. Over and over.
And this is all based on a theory from the variant who just blew your previous mission.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Louise, as your friend, I have to.
I mean, he proved himself. The theory's correct.
Over to massive homework security, right?
That's what concerns me.
Yeah.
I can handle him.
He literally discovered a whole flaw.
Yeah.
Loki always got some plan, trust me.
It's good work.
But he literally discovered a whole flaw in their whole thing.
You
Yeah.
actually help us catch this variant?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Ooh.
And the hurricane takes it out. 2049 or 2050. Hologram in 2050? Yeah, right. I don't think we're there yet.
No, probably not.
There's an infamous scene with Loki with the president sticker.
Yeah.
The hell was that?
Oh, he just dried himself.
To dry my clothes. So I don't announce myself with every squeaky footstep like the rest of you.
Yeah.
With D90, he stays with me.
I get that though.
This is my field op Mobius.
So I will.
Loki being reasonable? What is this?
Right?
Try to hang on to your time cop this time.
We'll see you in the showroom.
Do you trust Loki? How could you?
He's watching.
Of course he's watching. Will this be a real 19 minutes or an anime 19 minutes?
I don't know.
Anime 19 minutes goes for like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
For plants.
Shopping for.
Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hurricane sale. Azaleas are half off.
Hurricane sale. That don't make no sense.
Yep.
Oh. Oh no, you passed on something. What? That's Loki transferring bodies.
You're the fool the TVA.
It's a smile.
Back to reset charges. You got FEMA? National Guard?
Unnecessary.
Yeah, literally.
It's for help.
Is she dead?
No, they said they usually
See, you
survive.
usually survive, yeah.
What's the matter? For you, that's why I found you.
Of course he has an offer.
I'm going to overthrow the timekeepers.
Kind of figured that one out, but
Yeah.
Cards on the table. You.
That could be a trick too, though.
yeah.
Call me that. You can call me Randy.
Oh, is that the?
You give the timekeeper.
Oh,
I gave it away. How to find them?
Oh shoot. Oh, he doesn't want help. Is he gonna do it himself?
oh. Dang.
Thank you for helping me stall.
Treat me like this?
Ouch. It's like Bond's snatch ability.
Stop hiding.
Dang.
Doesn't Loki have some type of superior strength though? When he's on Earth?
I don't know. Because it is Loki.
Oof.
And he ought to brace yourself, Loki.
What the heck? Oh, there it is. Female Loki time. Female Loki time. Let's see it. Hey! Love the design, by the way. Oh, God.
There we go.
So everybody was right on this. All this for mood lighting? Oh wait, or she's they're sending that stuff to the timekeepers?
To wipe them out.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Somebody just bombed the sacred timeline.
There it is. That's what I've been waiting to see.
Dang.
Ooh. Oh no, they about to end this episode. No. Oh, okay. Multiverse is about to begin.
Yep.
Let's go. I'm so excited.
Man. Oh, jeez. Well, he's going after her. He's going.
Oh man. Ah.
Oh, I didn't want it to end.
Huh?
I didn't want it to end.
Gotta wait till next Wednesday now.
A week.
Alright, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Well,
Sad boy.
everyone's predictions were correct.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah.
Had to be.
Not what I thought she would look like, though.
No, I mean, I thought she'd have would have black hair. But
Yeah.
once they started showing him like different muscle sizes and stuff, I'm like, okay, they probably just gonna have the hair change too.
Yeah.
Because Loki doesn't really have a body.
Right.
Loki doesn't have a body.
Loki's just is.
Loki just is. Yeah, once they confirmed the gender fluidity from the comic books, or not even from the comic books, just from Norse mythology, they wouldn't call it that, but that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
And the shapeshifting and all that from mythology. Once they confirmed all of that, I'm like, that's it. There's gonna be a female version. There's gonna be a species twisting one that looks like a big old goat.
Yeah.
There's gonna be one that looks like a cat or something. Like, it's gonna be all kinds of different versions. So
I wonder if we're gonna get into the Spider-Verse.
into the Spider-Verse.
Where there's just all the different.
Oh, well, this is setting up to this.
Yeah.
That's setting up because shout out to, by the way, Out Seared. I haven't responded to him, but I think I might be going live again with him this weekend. I haven't discussed that yet with you. But we went live last week. It was me, him, Out Seared, Durbin from Durbania. We had Steve. We had a new one from Hit or Miss. So we were all doing a little, a live stream over on Al's channel last week, and that was actually one of the discussions that came up. Was this, Steve? He came up with a good point last week. That's something I didn't even think about too. He was like, "Oh, this is going to directly set up, because remember, before Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, we have Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah.
So this is going to directly set up to that, and there's the whole theory of the whole Spider-Verse that we're going to see the Spider-Verse in that movie, because there's been rumors, because we have the original Doc Ock from the Sam Raimi films coming back. That's been confirmed. We have Jamie Foxx as Electro from the Andrew Garfield films confirmed. So like, that has everyone thinking for months now that we're going to see Tobey Maguire from Sam Raimi, we're going to see Andrew Garfield from his movies, and we're going to see obviously Tom Holland to kind of start the multiverse thing.
Yeah.
So it's No Way Home. That was a good theory that he brought up, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people had that theory as well, but it's something that I didn't think about, because I completely forgot that Spider-Man was coming out before Multiverse of Madness, because Spider-Man's coming out at the end of this year.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, December.
Jeez, it feels like it was so far away.
Nah, it's coming out December.
Dang.
Like around December, I believe. Yeah, so this is setting up all of that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking now too. Because I'm like, I just want to see those lines just start going out.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen this early.
I mean, it's 6 episodes, so they can't wait to do it too late. It would make sense that
I thought they were gonna
early.
do it like episode 4.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I was thinking they were gonna do it towards like the end, just kind of give us like a big cliffhanger or something. But now we gonna be seeing multiple Lokis.
Oh yeah.
Plenty. Since they talked about that concept in the last episode, that I'm like, it has me thinking we're gonna see plenty of different Lokis, man. I don't watch all these theory videos, guys. I'm pretty sure New Rock Stars or Emergency Awesome or somebody out there, made a theory video connecting some comic book stuff and some stuff, making some good points. But like, the reason I don't like to watch theory videos sometimes is sometimes some of those guys, some of those people, they, people who watch the videos, they think that the people who make the videos know everything that's gonna happen. I'm like, no, but they forget it's a theory video.
Yeah, it's not like it's actually going to happen. It could.
It could happen. Like one of the predictions that came to pass was obvious that we're gonna see the female Loki from the comic book. So
And
here we go. So that was
she
a theory that came to pass. But the reason I don't watch it, y'all, is just because sometimes I like to just kind of just watch it organically and just kind of do my own research and get the satisfaction of coming up with my own theories.
yeah.
That's kind of the reason why I don't like to watch all the theory videos
Yeah.
usually.
Yeah.
But they're good.
Watch
I
them
mean,
either. I don't usually watch them either.
Yeah, unless I like show you something from
Unless
it.
you show me something, which,
But
you know.
I used to watch theory videos a lot. I used to. Sometimes I'll watch it like when the season's done or something, just to kind of see, you know, what kind of thoughts people have. But usually when the show's airing, I just kind of like to just watch it for myself, try to come up with my own theories. So I don't have as much. You know what? I keep saying I'm gonna do this, bro. Between now and next week, I'm just gonna go into my Marvel app and to my comic book app, and I'm just gonna read a bunch, but binge read a bunch of Loki stuff, so I can kind of like. I don't even know where to start. I'm gonna figure that out.
I'm sure there's some, like, article or something that'll tell you which ones to read.
The cool thing about the Ultimate Marvel app thing, the cool thing about it is that sometimes what they've been doing recently with certain arcs in the MCU, they kind of have different comic books that might be related to it. So I'm curious to see, because when the Falcon and Winter Soldier, when WandaVision was out, they had some. Well, a matter of fact, even right now, I think they have like the all the upcoming movies and shows that are coming out. They have like the main comic books from each one of those ones to kind of introduce the characters that they might have taken inspiration from.
Gotcha.
Like Shang-Chi, they have a bunch of Shang-Chi stuff, which I was reading, and that's kind of how I learned some more about the Ten Rings and all that. And then some stuff with Vision and some stuff with Falcon and Captain America, I should say now, and the White Wolf. So they had some stuff there. So I'm pretty sure they have some stuff on Look. So I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna do my own research because I used to do that a lot. I used to just read so much and just kind of like gather so much information. I got lazy. I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, I haven't touched a comic book in my life, so.
We had to change that at some point. You got to change that.
I mean, I've touched one because I've bought you comic books.
Yeah, like the Flash ones.
Yeah.
We gotta get you reading one though. Don't worry, guys. You're gonna get her reading a comic book at some point in life. Very soon. I don't know. What are your thoughts on everything? That's just kind of what is on my mind right now. What are your thoughts? Like, how you feeling? Like,
I'm just waiting to see how this is all gonna come to play. Because, like you said, it's like setting up for Spider-Man, and then, you know, that's setting up for Multiverse of Madness. So there's just lots of stuff going on, and I'm here for it. I feel like, well, obviously the next phase is kind of big in the multiverse. So
the multiverse opens up so many different possibilities. Like, and what I was gonna say, actually, for those who are still watching, what I was gonna say earlier in the reaction about the whole thing about negating everything that happened in Endgame. You remember how a lot of people had an issue, including myself, with Tony Stark saying that, oh, time travel doesn't work that way. It doesn't work like Back to the Future, where one thing you do will change everything. But now we have the Time Variance Authority and Mobius saying, hey, bruh, it does. Remember him literally telling Loki, like, even like a cat or something, or somebody making a sound or something like that is going to change the timeline. You know, it kind of makes everything Tony Stark said irrelevant. It kind of, I think, retcons that whole thing. Because I personally wasn't a fan of the way how Endgame used time travel. I wasn't a fan of that.
Confusing.
Yeah, it was a little confusing just because in science fiction we're pretty much used to, at this point, to a specific type of way how time travel works and how those stuff, like, if you know, like, again, without going into spoilers, but like watching The Flash uses a very similar concept of time travel.
Well,
like, even I go back to season 1, spoilers for season 1 of The Flash, for some reason, if anybody wanted to watch that. But remember, like, when Eddie, you know, offed himself, and it affected, you know, the future-thon. Things like that, like cause and effect and butterfly effect and all this kind of stuff is like common theories, you know, from science fiction.
I'm wondering though, right? If them going back in time was supposed to happen, what if the TVA was there and just had a reset ready to go for when they left?
You talking about an Endgame?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to have that. I should have replayed that conversation that we had from the live stream. That was one of the things you talked about too, actually. Well, with that, because we were talking. One of the things we talked about in that live stream too was actually that was like, did the TVA go back and do a reset, or did they just like they said in the first episode, what they did was supposed to happen, so there was no need to change anything because it didn't abrupt the flow of time.
That's what I'm thinking, but it could also, like, you know, if they like saw something or someone saw something, they might have just been on standby just in case.
It's possible too.
So I don't think it retcons it particularly. I just think there's a difference between like a normal person going back in time and the TVA.
But what I mean is by retconning is, well, not retconning, but well, sort of a retcon, but more negation. Like them saying that, because remember Tony Stark said that's not how time works. I'm going back to the whole Paul Rudd, you know, thing, Back to the Future, you know, analogy kind of thing, when he was just like, hey, you know, and even when Don Cheadle, you know, when Rhodey said, why don't we go back in time and to baby Thanos and just do that, and that wouldn't that fix things? And then Tony Stark's like, that's not how it works. And then Hulk is just like, time doesn't work like Back to the Future.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like this. Where, like, again, the TVA now, Mobius is saying, kind of does. But then Loki was going out of his way to disprove, like to say that, okay, maybe if this was a normal flow of time where there was an apocalyptic event, and I did all these things, like speak to these people in a suit and tie and, like, you know, let the goats out and all that stuff, maybe that would change the flow of time, right? Because one thing leads to the next, which is the basic, like, again, the basic theory that we've been seeing in science fiction for years. But the twist to it is that Loki was saying, which was kind of interesting, kind of cool, was that an apocalyptic event, it wouldn't matter because on that point in time, things ended.
Right.
At that point in time, so it doesn't matter what happens. Which in theory, if you use a theory like that, it works.
Yeah.
Because
I'm thinking too, you know, in Endgame, that was kind of an apocalyptic thing, almost. Because, like, not everybody was snapped.
it was definitely sort of apocalyptic.
But, like, you know, so I'm wondering if it's, like, that kind of thing where, like, because it was supposed to happen. So what if what they didn't matter, and that's why them changing something didn't matter?
Good point, too.
Because when they went back to, the first Avengers too, that was an apocalyptic, almost, like, could have been an apocalyptic event.
Could have been, yeah. Definitely.
And when they went...
Sokovia was technically an apocalyptic event, sorta.
The only one that wasn't apocalyptic is when they went back and Tony met his dad. But they were also playing
Which
apart,
I have issues
so
with that too, but, you know, that would have created, like, it in conventional science theory and science fiction theory, I should say. Tony Stark, okay, if this was any other type of storyline, Tony Stark going back to talk to his dad would have created a time paradox.
Yeah.
That would have just messed up. That whole encounter would have just ruined, like, mad stuff. But, you know, in Avengers, they were like, doesn't matter, you just do it to help you.
Yeah. But the TVA
So-
could have also just been on standby for that.
Yeah. They could have been. They definitely could have been. That's definitely a possibility. I can see that being a possibility for sure.
Because that was the only time that it wasn't like an apocalyptic type of event.
But then you ask the question, did they just allow time variant Steve Rogers to live his life with Peggy? Because that was definitely, based on this theory, now, based on what we're seeing now, that Steve Rogers was definitely a time variant.
Right. I don't know.
It had to be. Like, I don't even know at that point. Like, was it the time variant or was it OG Steve Rogers? It's like... And then, if you try to get into the whole Doctor Strange thing, too, with him seeing the all those 11 or 14 million different possibilities of how the thing was going to end.
Yeah, how does that work?
You mean to tell me, this is something we also talked about in that live stream, You mean to tell me that through all of that, all of those times that he was seeing those things, that he didn't see one encounter where he actually met someone from the TVA?
Yeah.
Because those are all different possible outcomes with different that could have had different
That's
impacts to the flow of time on the time stream.
That's a good point.
So you mean to tell me he didn't see one of those outcomes, one of those possible outcomes? Because remember, Doctor Strange kind of helped, because that could have just been a whole thing too. Because okay, y'all need to go. I'm telling y'all need to go and watch that live stream. I'm gonna actually link it in the description box below. We had some of the guys. We had some really good theories of what was going on. But like, we were just talking about a whole bunch of stuff. And like, does the TVA exist? Man, like, this is why we have live streams. Because like, a lot of the time when we record these videos, Shan normally has to go right after, so we don't get to really dive deep into it, these conversations.
That's why we do our live streams at the end of the shows too.
But I kind of low-key want to do low-key. I kind of low-key want to do weekly ones though, while it's fresh. You know what I'm saying? There's so much I want to say. We don't have the time, y'all. We don't have the time today. Next time we gotta get up extra like 3 o'clock in the morning, bro. So we have the time to just talk about all this stuff.
You're killing me.
There's so much I want to say. There's so much I want to say.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. There's so much I want to say. I just can't leave it off there. But we're gonna have to for now, because again, like I was saying, like the whole TVA being outside of, that was another conversation we had, like the TVA being outside, like space and time. It exists in a realm that's outside of space and time.
Yeah. Like,
and Doctor Strange deals with the supernatural, and not also that, but he also deals with the different dimensional spiritual beings. So does the TVA, do the time, the space lizards have control over the spiritual realm too?
I don't know.
That's another question. I don't know if you remember, but I brought this up to the guys last week. That do you remember in Guardians of the Galaxy there was another sorcerer supreme? Not a sorcerer supreme, but another sorcerer at the end.
I believe so, yeah.
The kind of red-looking alien.
Yes. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I'll show you the picture after we end, so I don't take up time. But like, there was another sorcerer. So like, one of the theories too that we were talking about was that, like, what if all these they have different sorcerers at different parts of the universe, kind of like the Green Lantern Corps, because like, the Green Lanterns, they protect certain sectors of the universe. They're in charge of certain areas. Obviously, like Hal Jordan, John Stewart, all of those guys, they, popular Earth Green Lanterns, all of them kind of protected our area. So what if there was different ones out there that just protected those areas?
It's a possibility.
Because, I mean, I kind of touched on that, too, because Doctor Strange was the Sorcerer Supreme for that entire area.
Yeah.
Which when Dormammu was coming to mess with them, he was like the Drake meme, like... I don't know, but guys, we got to wrap it up because, she got some things to do. We got some important things to do, so... I wish I could talk more about it, y'all. But if I am on that live stream Friday, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and because I will be letting you guys know when I'm going live and if I go live with them, and we're gonna talk about it. If not, I'm gonna go live on my own and we just gonna talk about it because there's a lot we gotta talk about. But anyways, guys, don't forget to subscribe to Shan's channel if you have not done so as yet. The links, all that stuff, all the information, my lo-fi music, everything. I didn't talk about it, but all that stuff is down below in the description box. Don't sleep on the description box.
Don't sleep on it.
Everybody, description box got some really cool information down there. If you want to see our social medias, all that stuff is down there. So yeah, definitely do that. And we will see you guys in the next one. Clockmaster and
Shannon.
out.